album Marble Skies out to the world to be able to hear now. I read something where you said you kind of compared it in weight to your previous albums, where your last one was 18 stone and this one was a few stone lighter.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that, please?
I think last time I remember when we sort of there's a point where you make an album and then the record label and that are like, right, can we have it now, please? Just track list it and hand it over, so we can get this out. Yeah. And there was a lot of songs there, and instead of sort of spending ages track listing it and taking a bunch of songs off, we were just like, here it is. And looking back on it, it's quite weighty, I guess. It's long and there's a lot of tracks. And so this time I think we just thought more about making it an album to listen to start to finish, and streamlining it and chopping it down and kind of editing it and making it flow was more of a priority. So yeah, it's a little bit kind of more streamlined, more leaner is a good word, yeah.
And where did you make it?
We made it in, we have a studio in Tottenham in London, and we kind of had a studio before that which we moved out of, and we moved into this new one, had loads of problems with the neighbours complaining and stuff. Managed to get it all sorted out, and then we kind of started on it. So we made it mostly there, and then little bits, if we needed a certain drum sound, or we did a little bit of recording over in Rack Studios again in West London, and it was kind of a little bit like more like the process of the first album, I would say.
It's more DIY.
Yeah, it's all we've got all our own equipment, and we're quite self-sufficient in terms of like how we can do stuff and try stuff out.
I guess you know what you want more, don't you? You kind of, the more experience you're at actually making a body of work, you kind of know what goes into it more.
I think we know what works and doesn't work, and what works and doesn't work for us in terms of recording process and engineers and where to go and how to do it. And the first album we made it in my bedroom in a tiny little flat in Dalston, and we were totally winging it. It was just like we were just plugging everything straight into the back of this like really old PC, and just going for it. And then the second one, sort of learning how engineers work in studios and how proper bands do albums. And then this one was taking both those kind of styles of working and taking what worked for us out of both those ways of working.